Hi, everybody. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to the folks at Unicorn.Events and fellow investors. So my name is Ali Josie. I think the screen is shared as of now. So I'm Ali Josie, co-founder and CEO of Structure Plus, a construction tech AI startup that saves money for construction firms by optimizing the structural model using AI. So what is a structural model, to go really quick? A structural model is basically the skeleton of a building holding everything in place. And it's usually made of materials such as steel, concrete, or timber. And the problem that construction firms are facing as of now is usually a structure consists of 20 to 40% of the cost of building. And reducing that cost is an objective. It takes a lot of time to give that design to a human engineer in order to optimize it and use less material. There's also various different options and alternatives to actually optimize this and to go greener. So our solution is basically our groundbreaking technology consists of artificial intelligence, optimization algorithm, and cloud computing in order to optimize the structural design of a building and save money, time, and the planet in the meantime. So our dashboard is quite simple. So our clients, which are construction firms, upload their structural design, they choose the materials, there's a set of parameters that the engineer has to input, the optimization starts, and that's how the magic happens. And so far, we've optimized, our average optimization rate has been 17%. So comparing to human engineers, an AI can do this job in a couple of hours rather than a few weeks and even months, depending on the size of the project. There's thousands of different possibilities where a human can only find a few. AI goes to 1,000 different possibilities. And the optimization rate is insane compared to human engineers, which achieve 1, 2, 3, 4%, and AI actually goes up to 30%. So our revenue model is quite simple. We take 5% of the amount that we save for our customers as our fee. And so far, we've done 35 pilot projects. We saved nearly $3 million of our clients' money. And as I said, our average optimization rate till now has been 70% and counting. So our pilots so far, our projects has been in the commercial buildings, industrial buildings, and residentials in Dubai, Middle East, and Australia. And the market is actually really tempting. Based on a report by McKinsey, there's a $1.6 trillion of optimization potential in the construction scene. And our SOM is $60 billion in North America, which is basically steel and concrete structures that we can tackle. Our customers are basically real estate developers that own their own construction design team, construction firms, and developers and builders that actually want to win bidding wars, which they could use Structure Plus as an unfair advantage. Our team consists of serial entrepreneurs, PhD in civil engineering, and AI experts, and experts in scaling products with cloud. And thank you for your attention. We challenge any human engineer around the world to actually beat us. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. I would love to hear your question.
Thank you. Thanks for being on time.
Okay, so it's time to ask questions, dear judges.
So what's your plan to scale the business?
Yeah, so actually scalability is actually one of our top priorities as of now, because every region, even in the States, they have their different construction codes. So for example, California has a different code than Colorado, and implementing this code has been a challenge for us. So what we do is we're using machine learning. We actually speed up this process in order for our AI to actually understand what different construction codes does. And so far, we engage in direct sales, content marketing and PR, and LinkedIn ABM. This has been actually the method that we've gone so far. So with partnering with different accelerators, we actually can access different construction firms, which we can get pilot projects, and the more projects we get have been actually more useful in getting different companies on board.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Hi there, it's again me, Angelo.
Hi, Angelo.
Hi there. So the construction industry has not been the most innovative one, and when we look in terms of legislation, it's quite rigid, and usually the deterministic approach is the preferred one, right? Because the stakeholders want to see exactly why a decision has been made. Now, what are the challenges that you see forecast, and you have been getting feedback regarding the fact that you are attacking this market using a probabilistic approach instead?
Yeah. So, very valid point, if I've understood it correctly. So basically, the first question that comes up in this sense is the optimized version actually safe? Would this go to the authorities and everything else? So what we do, we actually run third-party apps in the background as we use cloud computing as an infrastructure. And we use analysis software, which they double check everything using the machine learning with the construction code, with the local construction code and local laws, and they double check if there's any red flags. And then we give it to the engineer and themselves. We have them double check everything, so they could actually sign it off. But obviously, we double check everything as well using software and our local engineers as well. And that's how we ensure that if the process is actually fine and will get authorized at the end for construction.
Mm-hmm. And in which country have you tested this process?
So Dubai, Iraq, Iran, Australia, and we're actually getting a new client in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so Kate, let's continue.